I'm here representing Quick Clean. It's my baby. I started it, and it's been an adventure thus far. First, I want to start off by handing everybody just a little something from Quick Clean to give you an idea about what we entail. Thank you, sir. Okay, give you a little history on myself. I grew up in a military background. Both my parents were military growing up. My dad retired, sergeant first class. He's a stickler for being clean. You know, it was 5 kids growing up, so, you know, he instilled that in us from a young age. You know, as far as I can remember, 8 years old and on up. You know, he'll kick your bedside by the morning, 5 o'clock. When he goes to work, you're up. And make sure your bed's clean, your floor is swept, the kitchen swept and mopped, your bathroom's cleaned. And it's really stuck with me all through these years, you know, and I've been inspired by that, and I love him for that. And that has driven me to start this company called Quick Clean. And Quick Clean is a commercial and residential cleaning service. We also do shampooing and all that. And this first aspect that I've given you with this flyer basically entails, shows you what we do with apartments and houses, but we're much more than that. But unfortunately right now we do not have the funding to go ahead and pursue our other aspects of our cleaning business, which entails foreclosure cleanups, construction cleanups, as well as trauma cleanups. And hopefully by the end of the day, we can get some funding to help pursue and grow our business. To start off, Quick Clean has been in business since 6/18 of 2014. It's relatively new. We passed out numerous flyers, have done advertising through resources, and we've probably signed about 20 contracts thus far. And we're looking to grow as well from there. Today I'm going to be asking for funding so we can acquire a commercial property. Now I've located about 8 local commercial properties in the Dover, Delaware area on Route 13. They're prime real estate. And I believe that's rule number 1 in starting your business. Your business has to be out there for people to notice you, the people to come by, and also talk to the realtors. And we're going to wheel and deal, but first I have to have some funding to go ahead and back up our game plan. Next, we're going to ask for funding to purchase vehicles. Once again, we're going to be tackling cleanup positions at construction sites as well as foreclosures, foreclosed homes. So we're going to need funding to get a few trucks, a few vans, and that's a major, major part of what Quick Clean is all about. Because we want to be able to accommodate our clients by providing estimates in a timely fashion, as well as providing services in a timely fashion. So once we have to get the location, as in the marquee as well. I've done the pricing for that. The lowest price on the end of the location is going to be around $500,000, and that's right across from Kmart in Dover at a previous business called Bike Works. It's right next to a tattoo shop, and it gets a lot of business, and I've actually acquired a lot of my clients from that tattoo shop as well. Another location is further up on 13, and it's right next to PetSmart. Now, rule number 1, we want to buy the property instead of leasing it, because we don't want to go into business in debt, and we don't want to have to be forced to be rushed to paying a lease or anything of that nature to start off with. So we want to buy the property from the start. And then we're going to ask for funding to provide excuse me 1 second. Yes, transportation, yes. In the budget that I have set forth for the company, we're looking at around $300,000 for vehicles, and that includes 15 passenger vans to accommodate our employees so we can assist, so we can take them to one location from the other, from the office, to a location, to a job site, because we don't want to have so many cars at one job site, and it's kind of unprofessional. So we want to acquire a few 15-passenger vans, a few Chevy Silverado work trucks, as well as a couple other minivans. And another thing, we want to ask for at least $450,000 when it comes to paying employees for the next 2 years. Now, we're not going to be matching benefits. We're going to have employees sign up as 1099. We're going to 1099 them. That way, we won't have to match their benefit policies, the benefits, in case if anything were to happen. This is all new to me. I'm kind of nervous up here, as you all can see. But I'm really liking this avenue where I can express Quick Clean's vision and what we look to do. We want to start from a sole proprietorship into being a franchise. We want to expand. We're going to be servicing the tri-state area. And I want to greatly appreciate you guys for your time and listening to this presentation. And I hope we can do business together. Thank you.
Thank you, Andre. I would like to open it up for questions.
I'd love for you to come to my house today. Really a lot of thought into your business plan. Can you tell me about the bonding? I don't know anything. I've never had somebody clean my home, but I know that professional cleaning services are bonded.
Yes.
Okay.
We are bonded and we are insured.
Okay.
And
how many employees do you have right now?
right now we have 7 employees,
Wow, okay.
which consist of hard-working employees, mostly women from my church. I have a lot of support from the church community. I am a musician. I do play the piano and the drums for my father's church, Community Christian Worship Center. And we have a strong-knit community of loving people that love to clean. And these are sincere people with a heart of gold that love to clean, and they have the utmost respect for people.
Thank you.
Other questions?
Yes.
I had a quick question. How you are different than anybody else who is already in this market? Seems to be, I'm a new transplant to this area, but I see a lot of cleaning services spring up in the summertime because of the beach community. And then they are kind of looking for a same kind of niche which you have for year-round. So you have a heavy competition. How you separate yourself from others to somebody to invest $1 million on your operation?
Well, we're going to separate ourselves from each other to earn clients, to get more clients in the door. At the bottom of your flyer, we're going to improve on any contract, any pre-existing contract, by 20%, or 25% for 3 months, which will give a client, will save some money, but we can also negotiate further. We're going to negotiate further with each client, to make sure that we can accommodate them so they can save money, and we're not going to be breaking our necks to try to save them money, but we're also in business to make money as well. Not only is that, we're going to be doing trauma cleanups. A lot of cleaning companies do not like to do that. And trauma cleanups include cleaning up after there has been a homicide or a suicide. And we also located a couple biomedical waste sites that we can take the carpeting or the furniture and dispose of that as well. So that's a difficult aspect of cleaning that we're willing to go forth with, cleaning up the trauma sites. And that's going to make us unique.
Good morning and congratulations. A couple of questions. Number one is, do you have a business plan?
Yes, I have a business plan. Currently, I was going to bring it this morning, but it didn't have the logo on the front.
Okay.
So
It's okay.
I ran out of color ink, and it's
Okay.
quite embarrassing to pass out a business plan without the
Well, you
heading
wouldn't have
being
had to
proper.
pass it out, but I'm just inquiring if you have one.
Yes.
And if you are working with a business counselor or coach. Because as I'm actively listening, and I'm hearing you actually tracking towards financing
Right,
versus funding. So for-profit businesses seek financing.
yes.
And to have a business coach or counselor working with you will help walk you in that process.
At this time, I have somebody that is helping me, but I'm more than happy to accept any
Okay.
further coaching.
All right. Well, there is an activity going on tomorrow, and we'll talk about after this is over.
Thank you, I
Okay.
appreciate that.
Also, in your handout, which are great handouts, when you talk about what your business does, apartment cleaning, you've identified, I like how you mapped it out. And then you say what the prices include. The price includes one bathroom for apartments with more than one bathroom at $5. What is it that you're doing in the bathroom? Are you doing the floors? Are you doing the walls? In an apartment, are you doing the windows? Can you kind of break down exactly what you're doing for this fee?
Precisely. We're going in, we're sweeping and mopping the floors, and we're doing a detailed, going over the bathroom with a fine-tooth comb from the floor to the ceiling.
Okay.
Contingent upon the walls, if they are, if it has a glossy paint to it, then we can wipe them down. If not, then we would not like to clean a flat base paint because it would actually damage the customer's walls. And we would not like to do that. We will consult with them get their perspective from it and see what the client likes. But we're
So
cleaning
if I were-
toilet, bathroom, toilet, the bathtub, the floor, the sink, the medicine cabinet, the mirrors, the door handles, the doors, everything of that nature, baseboards. That's what that entails.
So is the first step after contacting your company to make an appointment to sit down with me to see exactly what it is that I want done?
Precisely.
And then will you give me a specialized fee for it if it's not listed here?
Yes.
Okay, okay, wonderful.
And then free estimates as well.
Okay, free estimates, that's
Yes.
good. And lastly, I heard you mention the geographical locations of the business, all Kent County. So are you statewide, are you just,
We're going to be statewide, but we're going to work on Kent County because I have most of my clients down here, but we're going to branch out. We want to eventually tackle Maryland, Virginia,
Okay.
and the whole tri-state area.
so wherever? So if I'm in Sussex, you're located in
We
Kent,
can
you're willing,
accommodate
your
you.
company? Okay,
Yes.
great.
Eventually, after we get started, we would like to open up an office in Newcastle County as well as Sussex County. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Commercial properties is. Right. As general manager on the customer service side, I will be coming by and taking surveys, asking questions, and basically getting the gist of what the client is if there's anything lacking that we can accommodate. That is very important. I'm really glad you brought that question up because it's great that we get that feedback, whether it's positive or negative, and improve on it. Exactly. That's a great question, really great question. Exactly, exactly. The foreclosure cleanups and the construction cleanups are very, very profitable contracts. And in their contracts that we're looking to establish a rapport with the establishing business so we can. Exactly. We have a contact at Wisfis Bank down in Lewis as well that has it's on the foreclosure department. I'm looking to contact somebody from MT. I greatly appreciate that so much.
Andre, the post-construction, you talked about
Yes.
How do you propose staffing this? Right now, you're using church rate, right? That's probably a good level for what you're doing. How do you propose to find labor and vet labor? If you're on a government contract, these people are being from background.
Yes, that's a very awesome question as well.
What's your experience?
My experience on that, this is where my standpoint is. I'm going to run ads in the paper, Craigslist, every way, and I'm going to background check and drug test every applicant. That is a must, especially with any contract. You know, every client is definitely special and valuable to Quick Clean, and Quick Clean would like to provide them with the utmost services when completing their jobs. You know, that is an awesome question. Post-construction cleanup is a very, very strenuous. I've done it for many years for many companies, many developers, and like you said, yeah, yeah, but I can screen the applicants pretty well, and I know who can do what and who cannot. You know, and so we're going to keep. I'm not going to say we're going to keep the ladies and just doing the cleaning, but we're going to have a vast majority of customers and employees, employees that can accommodate the customers. But I have to do a training with each one of them to see where they're at, and I'll do a questionnaire and to see where they're at in their field, whatever we're doing. And on-the-job training is my thing, so I could take anybody and turn them into who I want them to be on the job.
I have a friend of mine who specializes in security.
Okay.
On, cleaning secure areas.
Yes.
Right now, a janitorial firm is not necessarily people that have the security clearance to be able to go in there.
Right.
So what they do is they have their employees, their airmen, that have that top security clearance, cleaning up internally. So this niche is developed is using vets that have that security clearance, keeping that cleared so that they can go into these security areas.
Right.
Much more expensive and much more profitable area.
Yes. Yes.
Have an airman thinking a waste basket.
Quite sure they would think that was beneath them, but if they were willing to work, I'm willing to work them.
You're saying it's a niche, and you've become very successful on it.
That is awesome. I want to look into that. I have to do a little bit more market analysis on that, and I have to look into that. That's definitely an option that I'm willing to explore.
There's grant money you can get that will help you with your business and help you get, help fund you to train employees, to get labor retrained. People, I guess Bank of America has grants, to help, lower income employees, businesses to get started. There's a lot of banks that help finance this. And in Delaware, there's a whole list of them. You can get in touch with them, a whole list of them. Like research this or something else like that. And I'd be happy to give you resources that you can start using when you're figuring this out. And you can approach it.
I greatly appreciate that. I accept all that knowledge and context. That's great. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Other questions?
Have you worked with franchise companies, and why did you opt to do your own business versus affiliating with a franchise?
I haven't worked with franchise companies. I've worked with quite a few developers in the King County area, Newcastle area, and I worked with a couple of medical services, Consolidated Medical Services Incorporated out of Baltimore, doing basically hospitals, cleaning up for them, and actually as a carpenter for them. And I spent all this time and all these years and man hours working for somebody else, building their dreams, and I believe it's time to build my own. So that's why I opted to go this route with the company.